Hello, everybody. We don't need to wait that long, do we? Wait that long. Hello. This is Tech Stack here, everybody. Hey. Let's skip some songs. Let's shuffle the playlist. Play some songs we haven't played before. Okay, let's play this game. So, may change off camera. If you now go up to the door, it's no longer freaking out. First off, let's get our enemy away from us. Hey, how about you follow me over here? Mr. Slow. We're gonna loop around the houses here. To the store down here. When I hit E. Oh, I don't have a key. Get a key first. There we go. It disappears pretty fast. I think it's still okay though. It should have played an animation. No, let's just fire it right up. We won't see the animation itself probably, because the enemy's gonna be in the way, bothering us. But we should be able to see it go to door open if it works. Interesting. We started playing. We got a condition for open as a trigger, but trigger should have never got fired. Well, I thought this was going to be just as simple as playing it, but something happened there. Oh, I know. We walked over the button, didn't we? That's why it's doing that now. Okay, so we need to go from that back to here. That's what we need. I don't know. Did it play it? I don't have a key now. Ha ha ha. Good thing there's no chest. I don't think it's playing that. That's on that one. Set float. Yeah, I don't know sure what's up. I'm not super concerned about it because the door disappearing is fine. I was just trying to animate it a little bit. Excuse me. So we've got an enemy. The enemy has the ability to attack us. Kind of. Do another script that I don't have on here. I've got the ability to attack the enemy. Let's get the ability to kill the enemy, I think. Let's give him some help. Health, that is. So this is our base AI, or enemy. Let's see. Do I ever want one enemy attacking another? I don't know. Maybe. Oops, I never got in Discord. There we go. Check, check, check. And my Discord things, bro. Hello. Okay, it's just not working. Whatever. Let's prototype it out and we'll have to change it later if we have to change it later. Stealth. Could make it an eye health or something like that, but this way. Can you open the script, please? Triple click you, maybe? There we go. Public. Void. Max health. Public. Void. Current health. Private. Private. Gotta make them private so that we don't accidentally set them somewhere else, because we want to set them from getters and setters, I think. Serialized field. Out of candy. That's cool. A portable hole. That's just the right shade of green, I guess. What to do to this? Now that's a portable hole. Portable black hole. Why am I avoiding these? Those aren't. Float, int, float, integer, float, float, integer. We don't need to be that precise with health, right? Does it need a float? I don't think so. I don't know if we're gonna need anything to start. We'll need something in update. Basically says we dead, right? For lesson 0, called dead. So if cur health less than 0, less than or equal to 0, destroy. Immediate. Game object. This game object, not destroy immediate. This destroy? No. Removes the game object, component, or asset. Destroys the game object, or the object immediately. We are strongly recommended to use destroy instead. Then I shall use a destroy instead. This. Okay, so if our health ever reaches 0, we will destroy it ourselves. Take us out of the world. We are no more. Do we need to say if there's a drop on this or something like that? Or a loot? We could create a class that's an interface that's lootable or something. It's an abstract class interface. Like, not that one. You don't need to be needed anymore. Enemy interactions has an I something or another. There it is. An interface. That is the correct term that I'm looking for. So we can say this on another script somewhere. Microphone, you be in the way. Scripts. Let's create a folder for it. Interface. Interfaces. Create C# script. What'd I call it? Lootable. I loot. We'll say public interface. And we don't want that anymore because it's not an interface. And I think we need to call everything abstract if I remember correctly. Public abstract get loot. And we probably need to say what the public abstract get loot returns. If I remember correctly. Yep. Those are not methods, those are all fields for getters and setters. There's a void, yeah, so we need to say what it returns and then what the signature looks like on it as well. So we don't have an item drop class. We're going to return a game object. What you like about it? Not a valid for this item. Modifier public is not valid for this item. Fine. What else we need on it? Just what it returns, huh? Oh, Princess. I got that. Why don't you like it still? Yeah, that's it. Just public. No abstract. Public interface get loot. And then we need like some other classes that implement this iLoot, and the iLoot that it's going to implement will basically pick from a range of things that they can drop, right? So maybe one will drop just money, right? And another one might drop, I don't know, lots of things. But we'll figure that out. Maybe it's money and health, or another one's just health, or whatever. So we're gonna need some game objects themselves, right? So we can instantiate them, because that's the idea. So in health, we're gonna say, do this, private get iLoot, right? And in iLoot, we'll just call it loot. Is that already a thing? Suggested name. Okay. Make field read only. Why would I want to do that? So loot is going to be loot equals get component iLoot. So we're going to look to see if this particular version of this game object has a loot on it. And if it does, say list game objects, list of game objects, loot. Type namespace game object could not be found. Are you using object? Loot possibilities? How you spell possibilities? P possibilities. Sure. What you complain about? Interface cannot contain fields. Is that what you need? I know there needs to be an abstract somewhere in this code. Oh, okay. It needs to be properties. Get and set. Oop. Is that what you want? There we go. So it's gonna have a list of possibilities or loot possibilities. Can I make that public? I don't know. We can make it public. But we'll make it. Yeah, private. And make it a serialized field is the real question. Serialized field. Can. I can. So if I add a class that derives this, what's that do for us? I don't know. So AI path is going to do... Yeah, it's doing AI base and AI star. Okay. Commercial class, cool. Not sold on this yet. Like, this can work, but I don't know if this is what I want to do. Not sure what we're gaining by having it be an interface versus just creating a single class that does it, and then we supply this list of game objects to it up front. So now I have to create yet another class that just basically says this and gives the body to this, but I think all of them are going to be the same. So let's just do this. Mono. I'm going to cut this code out. Save this file. Close that because it's going to complain. I'm going to rename this to loot. Loot. We're going to get rid of the word interface off of this, put class instead, and have it come from mono behavior. Aliases. And we're going to get rid of the I in front of it, and we're going to go mono behavior, and we're going to put this stuff back. Oh, come on. We lost it. So game objects, no, list of game objects, list, game objects, loot, options. And it's going to be a serializable field, and we're going to say public get loot, like that, and get loot is going to return a game object. One random game object from the loot options. The loot options is going to be just a list of them. So we'll say, yep, we'll do it that way. So we'll say, oh. Apologies. I just sneezed. We'll say random dot range, and it's between 0 and loot options dot size dot length. Size? Count. It was one of them. The method. Okay. And we're gonna say loot options dot get type, insert, remove. Okay, let's make it an array. So I want to just do the brackets with the number inside of it. length, loot options. Just loot options, return, right? Loot options. Yep. So this is gonna be loot. Needs to be loot there. I'm gonna say dewdrops. And dewdrops is going to say void dewdrops. And in that, we're going to say if loot, lowercase l, please, not equal null. So we have loot to give. Loot dot get loot, get options, get loot. I don't know, get loot. I think it is. I'm gonna say instantiate this loot. And where we instantiate it at, we're doing it at transform. Sorry, need to go look through these. Position, rotation, and parent. No, position and rotation. Transform dot position. Transform dot transform dot rotation. There we go. So when we kill an enemy, if he's got a loot class on him, has a script, and that script contains things, he will try and instantiate it, right? And I guess we need to do this too. Game object geo equals this, and if geo is not equal null, because it could return null. Okay, and then over here we need to say it's going to return from 0 to whatever, right? So if loot options dot length is greater than 1, so it's got something in it, right? We're going to do this. Else we're going to return null, because we didn't have anything to return. Visual Studio, I love the fact that you do what you do sometimes, but I hate the fact that you do it too. Hate that you automatically give me a bracket at the end of every if, but I love it also. I'm not used to typing it. I'm used to typing it and it not coming up for me. Okay, so health is a thing. We're gonna need to add loot and health to this guy here. Why did you do that? Come on, click on you. We got health on here. We're gonna add loot on here. Loot options is their list. Yep, we can add in whatever we want. So max health, let's say 10, and current health is 10. We'll make max health default to 10. And current health equals to 10. Okay. And then in this, we need a way to damage, right? Void take damage. And damage is going to take an amount, integer amount, and we'll take current health equals current health minus amount. Call it damage amount. Just so it's a little bit more explicit of what's going on. Okay. And then in our player, which neither one of these are, but whatever. That's right, our player's in the other scene, which I happen to have my handy project window over on the screen still. And in his player controller script, we need to do a damage when we damage things. Swing? No, it's on the individual sword attacks. There we go. We hit a thing right here. If hit.collider dot get component. Dang. I'm gonna have to make a copy of this, right? So health h equals that. Health. No, health. Help. Health. That, and this needs to be uppercase. H is not equal null. Then we're gonna say H dot take just added this. What did I call it? Oh, I didn't make it public. Take damage 1. We'll set that amount later, right? So I have to hit the guy 10 times, which is extreme, but bear with me. Start the game. Boom, 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 boom. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And did I miss a lot or what? Parameter hit does not exist. Just stopping there. That's the collider we're reaching. We're looking for an animator in the children of this. So it'd be this one. Is there no hit? I probably didn't make one. I didn't. Did I only do it for down? I only did it for down. Okay. So where is hit? Hurt. That's what we need. Can I copy you? Nope. So go here. I make a transition to hurt wherever you are. Wait, there it is. Add. Trigger. Hit. Hit. Zero, zero. Save. So I need to do it for this one. Hit. One, 0. Hit.
And we don't need to do the things we don't
Okay, let's play. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He might just be too close. I don't know what the range on all my things are. It's obviously doesn't really act like he's getting hit, but maybe he is. So he's walking up right now. It's our knight. Oop. Yeah, it played. We hit a knight, we hit a knight. That's this line. Does he have health? Doesn't anymore. Is that because we destroyed it? Not the... We destroyed this, not game object. Yarp. Transform. Game object. So when you do this, it's the script. But we need to get the whole game object itself. Start. That's why he didn't die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Boom, gone. Seems to be working. Open the chest. Lost all control. Oh, there we go. Open the chest. Flip the lever. Here, tech forgot to do something. Break the door open. Open it with that. Push this over. Push it off. I think we're working. Now we need the opposite to happen, so we need to give our hero health. And the hero's not going to have a loot. That's why I wanted to make this dynamic, right? So he's going to have a health system, but it's not going to do the same thing. And we're not going to lower these healths down because that was way crazy high. Like, for me, starting out, we might have 6 health. Maybe. And these guys are going to have like 2. Hit them twice, they die. I should update my king knight, maybe? I don't know. Find out. Fabs. Enemy knight. This one. Oh. This guy's gonna have 2. Maybe maybe he'll have 3. He's in armor, right? It's gonna be a little tougher. The idea here is over time your max health as a player will go up. We'll have a little bar artist system. Something. So now the player can take damage or has health to take damage. Then in our sword attacks is really kind of set up already, I think, because that's going to be either one. It's going to take damage from either source, so let's just try it. See if his health goes down. We'll find our hero in the main scene. There he is. Let's go down to his health. He's got 6 health right now. Let's see if we get any damage. I don't think we have him set up to attack, though. We don't. He dies in 3. I how are we going to set him up to take damage? So we have this AI base from my code that I set up. It's no longer here in this because it's not loaded, but it should be here in my script AI base. And we said AI should attack. Dang it, that's my other system. So false, cool. Right, because I overrode it in melee. Attacking is true, yeah. So we're doing this box cast stuff. Setting the trigger to do an attack. And in my, by the way, so we're just setting an animation trigger. And in the animation itself, animator, animation, we'll go down here and we'll say we're going to attack, right? So we're going to do the swing. And in the swing, there's these events here. So sword swing attack, that's what triggers wherever my other thing is, sword attacks, which is called sword swing attack. So this sword attack script needs to be on our AI to intercept it. And then we need the script for melee. This piece needs to be set up so that we try to hit the player, basically. And this should go in the enemy AI interactions. To try and attack the end of our update script. Right? Yeah, update. But only if players within range. Guess it doesn't matter. We'll leave that off for right at the moment. So he's going to try and attack if he can hit the thing. We don't have a direction because we need the current direction, I guess. Wait, how did we use that? Where were you defined? Ooh, okay. A swing distance and a masking layer. Cool, so we can tell it those players. Layer mask. Nice. So back here, prefabs, enemies, barbarian. We're setting enemy swing distance and this. Fact. If is melee. Melee. Okay. We're going to set up swing distance and layer mask. Public layer mask. Public float. Oops. There we go. Middle of the day must not be a good day to stream. It's a good time to stream. Nobody's here. Let's check the weather real quick. I went out and shoveled earlier, and it's what took me so long to come back. It's kind of ridiculous. Snow for at least 2 more hours. We're still calling for 3 to 6 inches total. So there was an inch and a half of snow, maybe 2 inches. So not a lot, but it was enough to shovel and make the kids happy. Late in it, I was shoveling it. Enemy AI interactions, so we should have a layer mask, right? We got a compile layer. Ah, so the top is melee. So what's is melee about, public? Is melee. That's gonna be a bool. We're gonna set it to true by default. We're gonna set this to, I don't know, 5 by default. There. So what's melee layer mask about? That's what we're trying to attack. What is melee about? That is if we're gonna try and use a sword or a spear or something like that to try and attack. And then finally, what's the other one? The other one, swing distance is how far were we gonna try and do that raycast. Still does not like my direction. Okay, so player controller. Got that. Need to set up like a static or reference class or something. Use it everywhere. Okay, layer mask, player, boom. We're gonna attack only players now. His melee is true. It's all set. So that should cause him to play his attack animation. The attack animation has a sword swing. So we need to make sure that he's got a sword attack on all of his child objects. Which are these, which they do not. Oh, they do. Cool. I already put it up before. And it's already got the swing distances. Nice. See, I know what I'm doing sometimes, I think. Just sometimes. I'm ready to go. Let's play this. Do I take damage? Our health is 6. Come on, see me. Oh, he's attacking and he's got that big old mace. Okay, we're getting an error. So let's pause. Let's look for that error. We'll get rid of these messages. Swing attack is not set to an instance of an object. We're grabbing the wrong one. It's on line 19 of that though. PC. Oh, we're getting the player controller. Dang. Okay, we're gonna chop this code up a bit. We're gonna make it reusable. So on this, we're gonna get this, right? So on that, we're gonna get if null PC equals null. Then we're going to do this call to get not a player controller, but the other controller, which is the enemy. That. So we'll do EAII. Yeah, that. And that's going to be on the parent of this transform because that's how I have all my objects set up. So we're going to grab that. This should not be null. And then we're going to say up here, we're going to say player controller dot direction. Current direction. And else. So we're just caching a direction basically. Current direction equals EAAII dot direct current direction. Or the player current direction equals PC dot current direction. Why are you giving me crap? Railcode direction is declared but never used because I spelled it wrong. And then we'll use this down here instead, and biggity boom, it should be good to go. We don't use PC anywhere else. Cool. Unpause. Let you compile. everything's broke because of the game's state was all funky. From the recompile. Dang, your range is a little too extreme. Oh, I lost! I lost! Oh, I died, yes. No, yes. That's all there's to it. And then maybe we have another class that looks for the player when he's destroyed or gets a receiver message or something like that. Cool. One step closer to being a game. My mind is going wild now because I'm like, what do I do about destroying him? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not just being destroyed and you're still trying to reference it. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're still looking for that player that's not there anymore. Okay, let's check something out I just thought of. So in my code, I've got it set up so that it will pause the game when you go to the pause menu, which is just right now, right? Oops. And it does that by setting the time scale. Awesome. I wasn't sure if the AI would stop moving the character, and it does. And that's important because I don't have just that. Let me see if this sign's one of them. That's not. I have signs that are interactable. And I didn't want the player to be attacked during that time, right? When you're reading a sign or something. Let's see if there's one over here. I don't think that there is. There is not. It's feeling more like an actual game. I kind of want to set up my heart system now. So we've got our raw image for our key, right? Is that what this is? No. We need another raw image for, say, the hearts. Like your health, right? I don't have an image for hearts, I don't believe. Let's look through some of these tile sets. I don't think they're there. I can make a heart, probably. Do we do hearts, or do we? I kind of like the concept of increasing your heart by getting heart containers, right? I like that. Is that what we call it though? Is it in extra objects? Probably not, because it wouldn't make sense. Nothing. Yeah, let's make our own heart. We'll use the key as a template. We'll just keep that kind of size. We'll say select. So Shift C, that should give me that size image, right? New. It did not. Awesome. So image size 64. New. Art 64, 64. I'm gonna need us a nice black color for this. Hey Tech, hope you had a great afternoon. What are you working on? Right this second, I'm starting to draw a heart for my health system. I just added health to, and hello, Purple Red, by the way. I just added health to both the enemies and the player. So you can die now, and you can kill them. I think you seen earlier when you were here, I got their AI working where they could walk around and chase after you. I've now got it where they can attack you too. So if I get close to this guy and he starts tracking me, he's going to try and swing. Now he's swinging away early. We can fix that later. But he's damaging me and killing me, right? So I died. So as part of that, I want him to have a display in the corner of the screen somewhere. maybe bottom, I don't know, wherever. That shows how many hearts you have. I thought I would make that art. The heart art. Why can't I Photoshop? Come on. Exposure works 32 modes. Only what? Photoshop, come on. There we go. What is my image mode? 18 minutes works. We'll go 16 though. Let's see. Let's change our grid preferences. Grid guides, slices. We'll do every 32. Yeah, that'll do. So then that divides it up nicely. So if we do like 2 here and 2 here, and then start coming in from that. Now we need to curve it in. So we'll do 2, 2, 1, 1. That might work. I just need to move it, I think. So like, what if we did it, say there? 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Ah, do 2, and then 3, and I guess 1 more puts us there. Two, 3. One, 2. 1, 2. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Too steep. One way of doing it, just click. It's not symmetrical, but I can fix that. So Photoshop apparently does the thing that I thought that you were supposed to avoid when building in Minecraft, which is switch between the lengths of the sides, but maybe that's when you're making a circle. So we're up to there, we put 1 more now, and we go 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. There we go. And then we can grab, say, this white color. And this is important. I'm going to fill this in white. Let's go out on another layer. We'll say all layers here. Do like that. Do another layer. And we'll do red this time, but we'll go in one from the outer layer. You should pick up a proper pixel art tool. I use Aseprite and can recommend it if you're in the market for one. I'm happy with Photoshop. I mean, I'm probably not the best with it, but it does the job for me. It just took me a while to learn, right? Especially when it comes to animation, it seriously defeats it. So I figured out how to do animations in Photoshop. Believe it or not. Now, maybe there's an easier way to go from the frames and animations in Photoshop. I forget what it is. I think it was animations. So you just hit this, and you just start adding frames down here. And you can animate different layers, turning them on or off, or transforming objects on the layers, and it handles it. Like, I was able to create a little knight that swung his sword and walked and stuff. It was basic and crappy looking, but I was able to do it. Symmetry painting mode would be nice. Yeah, that is one thing that I seriously lack in this for sure. So I'm gonna go and select modify contract, and like things like that contract that I just did are things that I've always wished I'd known how to do in Photoshop, because I don't think like, oh, I can just paint this, right? I think in terms of how I would use it from a computer program, right? And that's not always the same, right? It just works different. My brain works different about stuff like that because I've been so trained in how to do stuff with a computer. And now that I know how to do that, I can say, oh, I can make this one edge round white piece real easy. I'll fill it in, contract the selection, and fill in the other area, and that kind of stuff. So it just is easier for me, I guess. I don't know. It's how my brain works. So grab this. Let's get some shading going on. We'll make the lighter color up on this side, I guess. And we'll just say... we will do this. We're going to do another trick. So I'm going to select, modify, contract, 1 pixel again. And then we're going to go select inverse. We're going to fill. And we're not going to say contiguous this time. We're going to do that. That gives us the whole thing like that, right? And then we'll say select this side. So that would mean all of this is selected? No. We want to inverse the selection again. Select inverse. So now just this inside part's selected. So if I use my marquee and select, say, the bottom half of this heart. Ah, dang it. I want to hold shift. Okay, so now all of this down here is selected. And then say like this part that we don't want colored too. Light from up over here. And then say inverse again. Now do the fill. Dang it, I didn't undo it right. There, okay, now start from there. Marquee. Select all that. Select some, say like right here, down. Select inverse. G. Really? And it's still not doing what I want. Okay. So I want to get those. Inverse. Bigger paintbrush. Shoot. So for Aseprite, I've had other people say that or other tools I should use for pixel art animation, and I'm not always doing just pixel art. More along the lines of I get how pixel art works now from trying it, so I'm starting with that, and then I'll do a trick at the end of this. Okay, that works, and then grab a dark color. How does it compare to Photoshop in terms of like learning it? Is it hard to learn if you know how to do Photoshop already? Guess I don't need to be super precise with this either, with what I'm going to do. So the reason for the black and white border is because some of my scenes in my game will probably be pretty dark, and some of them will be pretty light. So having an outline of just one or the other means you can't see the heart very well, or the outline of it. So by having both, it's guaranteed if the scene is dark that you'll see the white outline, and if it's light, you'll see the dark outline on it. Or at least that's my thought. And I'm thinking we need to grab some more of this and paint this on this side. Kind of like split the heart diagonally. Ah, too far. And then let's get an even lighter color if we can. More towards white even, so hue saturation. So like off this direction, right? Nah, too big. Let's get like a little bit of a shine to it, right? On that rounded spot or part of it. So that's full size. Let's transform this down. Let's make it in the center. I guess we want to transform all layers if possible. Really? That's cool. Control D. Go here. Transform tool. There we go. That should be centered. Okay, let's do a slight shadow layer. On this new layer here. We'll call it just that, shadow. And we'll just fill in a dark color. Actually, let's just do all the way black. I haven't used Photoshop at all that much, but it's not very hard. I think maybe 15 minutes to learn the basics. Oh, that's cool. Photoshop's not 15 minutes to learn the basics, if you ask me. Like, well, maybe the basics, like just using the things. But I wanted to know, what button do I push to go to this tool over this tool, right? Layers and so on, similar to any other generator. Yeah. I've used GIMP before too, so I don't know. If I just add a drop shadow to this, that's really what I'm after. Drop shadow. Do that. Perfect. I don't need this layer after all. Delete layer, and then the blur tool. Whoop. No, way too much. Let's turn down the strength on the blur. It's putting the red on every layer. Doing that. Ah, okay. So not sample all layers. I think that last one needs it. So heart. And then can we take and duplicate this layer? Layer 3 copy, sure. We're gonna turn this one off for this. And I'm gonna just go with a big old eraser tool. And cut like half this heart off. I use GIMP when I need to do some image editing. It's powerful, but definitely has a steep learning curve. Yeah, I consider GIMP more like Photoshop. It's got a lot in there, but it's not straightforward to use. As with Blender, seems to be a trend in open source software. Yeah. I wanted to give it like a half damaged kind of look to this. So maybe we just pick a different color of red instead of deleting it altogether. Like, yeah, like a almost like an infected color to it. So if I select first with my W key, just that layer, please. Turn down my tolerance. Okay, turn up my tolerance a little more. A little more. Too much. Still too much. I don't want to get any of the white, so I'm trying to avoid. There we go. And we can add that in there. Let's leave it like that, I guess. So now I've got our pencil tool. Gonna add some nasty looking cracks to it. Like the heart is under stress and being damaged. Oh, it doesn't like that. And then can we take this color with the G tool and we'll crank it down, but not as much. Make it a little darker, darker still. Even shift it towards blue a little. Yeah. And then let's get our blur out. There we go. We'll see how that does. So we'll save this as heart 2. Or heart damage. Okay, so we should have 2 sprites in here that we could use once I tell it to give it the import settings. So 64, sprite editor, apply, yeah, sure. Centered is what we want. Automatic, 16 color, 32 bits, Mitchell, no difference there, that. Apply. So point 32-bit 64 apply. So where is this panel located? That's across the whole top, right? No, it's centered. The image, though, is anchored in the upper right. I need yet another panel. That will be anchored or stretched across the top. I think that'll do. And then another one. Panel. It's just anchored in the upper left-hand corner. And then off of that, we're going to have... Ooh. I was going to say 3, but it's not always going to be 3. My wife sent me a message. Okay. So I think I need multiple UI images, or at least an array of them of some form, that I can put in the upper left-hand corner and add them dynamically. So maybe I need them all there, the placeholders for the max health we'll ever have, and then disable them if we don't have the health to accommodate them. That makes sense. So let's take that approach to it. We're going to set up the images. How many hearts do we have max? And how does that translate to our health? Do we have do we start with 3 hearts and take you up to 10? I think that's a good starting point to just feel for how it works. So let's do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. And the default texture on these, all of them, will be this heart. Wherever they are. I don't like how the GUI stuff doesn't seem to line up on the screen right when you do it in 2D mode. I don't get that. Like, where is this canvas at? Nowhere. It's weird. It's like I would like to see where this panel is, to see how it's fitting. That would make so much more sense if in real time you set up a panel and change its stretch mode, if it showed you where it was going to be on the screen in Unity. And I don't get why it doesn't. Like, none of that moves at all. It's all the same thing in the same location. So instead, I basically have to go into runtime, which I'm going to load just this scene. So set an active scene as play mode. Look at it. Adjust things. Yeah, see, it's in the dead center of the screen. Why? We also don't want any background transparency on either one of these panels, which appear to be filling the screen, by the way. Those hearts look like poop. Could be their size, though. That looks better. Still way too big, though. That's a decent size. 16, maybe 24. Then the positions, right? So this panel is currently anchored to the top, the height all the way up. That's what's wrong. Like a height of 100. It doesn't need to be tall at all. Oh wait, this is 100. This one. Okay, you're all the way across. Your width only needs to be like, what, 300 or something? If that. These need to be smaller still. your height needs to be like shrunken. Say 50. We can bring you down a little bit so your top's kind of in line with the key. Okay, so let's copy these component details for this panel. We're going to paste them in here. Run again. And we might have to edit that first panel because I think we did both, didn't we? Yeah. We don't have the colors set either. So let's set these all to 16 by 16. Set both of these panel colors. No transparency whatsoever. No opaque, whatever. Okay. Then how we do this? So these do not need to be centered. They need to be left top. There we go. So let's do that to those. Okay, and then just adjust the this. So let's say it's 16 apart. That would work. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, 16. 16. Oh no, wait, it'd be 32, wouldn't it? 48. 64, right? 70, 80, 96, 128, 122. I don't know. 138. Probably getting these numbers off. 152. Those last few numbers don't sound right. I got something off somewhere in there. Yeah, there's a skip something there. So 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16, 64 plus 16, 80 plus 96, 112. That's where I messed up. I put 120. Put an extra one in there. A 112. Actually, wait, you can just do in Unity. I forgot. And I wasn't doing that in runtime or play mode. 12. And 28 plus 16. Boom. Done. Save. Run again. There's all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hearts. Let's take this panel, move it in, I don't know, 10 units, just so it's not on the very edge of the screen. Ooh, move it in more. $40 in? Yeah, sure. And I think somewhere in here there's a update inventory player GUI. There we go. And this player GUI has references to what? The text key counter. And the player inventory. Well, we need a reference to health too. So health. And we'll say this is the player's health. And in this we're going to say health. Player health, sorry. Player health equals get component health. Okay. Then we're going to need a reference to each of those 10 game objects, which are images. Do it with an array. That's probably the best way. So, image. Yeah, I know that's there. The grid layout. I still don't like Unity's UI system too much. Like, there needs to be a preview in, if you weren't here for it, there needs to be a preview in the editor that shows you what it's going to look like. Even if it's just like placeholders of locations of things. The fact that you can't just go here and then hit F to focus on where it's going to be on the screen drives me nuts. Like, it should be able to figure that out, right? It's got the canvas and all the different panels or grid layouts. I want to see what it's going to look like in the editor. Yours does that? I'm doing something wrong then. I don't know what. Like, the canvas is on. That panel's on. They're all active. I turn them off a lot based on like if it's a menu or something. I've seen it before, right? I've like my main menu. You can see the button in the main menu one, but in this scene it doesn't work. Anyway, so I need a list of images. No, an array of images. So image array, and it's going to be heart images. Okay, let's save that, and then on the player we've got that object, so we can set each one of these raw images to that, right? Or hopefully. I don't know if it's going to take the raw image part, the actual image, or it's going to take a game object and then we're going to have to find the image on each one. Either way it works. Where are you? Inventory display, is there a compiler? What? That's the GUI script. Did I not make them serializable? There we go. Oh, you're a genius. I'm talking in here, I'm assuming. Freaking genius, thank you. Oh, so much better. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I probably turned that off ages ago. Yeah, I need to fix these. There's like too much anti-aliasing on them. Need like embedded into the image or something. I don't know. But it gets started, right? So there's that. Serialized field. You know what, Andrew? I'm gonna keep you around for that. You're useful to have here. Okay, there's the health reference and the size of the image. Can I drag one of these in? I don't think that I can. Dang it. Okay. You can turn yours off? I don't know how I did it. Like, again, I probably clicked it, but I'm saying I don't remember doing it. Ever. So I need a reference to all the game objects first. heart game geos, and we'll just say a list. And we'll say if we know there should be 10. Can I say 10 in there? I don't think I can I? I can. I cannot. I could do equals new game object 10, right? Will that work with the inspector? Do it this way? The canvas game object is giant and sits on the corners. So when I would want to click on stuff and select the canvas, it drove me nuts. Yeah, that's probably why I turned it off. Like, it probably got in my way of doing the tiles or something. But I don't think I have any canvas set up any other place. I set it up on this scene, and my other scenes no longer have it. So I want it here, because that's what this scene's about. It's about the player and the UI. So what's that do to me? Does that automatically set it to size 10? It does. Nice. Now, does this put these in the right order if I drag them over here, or does it reverse them or something stupid? Ah, dang it. Haha. Lock the inspector. Oh, it added it to the bottom. Crap. I don't want him to do that then. Set it to 0. Drag them in. Perfect. Save. And then in start, we know it's going to be 10. So we'll say for I int I equals 0. I is less than heart geo dot length I plus plus, and we'll go heart I equals new image 10. So image no, hard images I equals that dot get component image. Okay. So I got our references to all the images that we need, and we'll do for int I is less than health dot max health. Was it player health? Player health. Max. Did I not expose that? Where's the health at? They're privates. No, let's keep them private. Whoa. There you guys go. Now you can actually read the code, probably. We'll do some getters and setters, basically. So get int get max health, return max health, int get Kerr. Oh. And by the way, Andrew, how are you doing today? Congratulations. 50 followers. Any chance you name me in the name of the song that's playing? Huh? Oh, name the name of the song. Yeah, it is Good World Gone Bad. Wild Side remix. Let's see if it says. There you go. Artist is Epidemic Sounds. That's the site that I use to get music that's allowed to be streamed and stuff. But if you want to listen to it, you can go to their site. I don't think they like you as a individual person. You can go to their site and listen to the music. Epidemic Sounds. That's the information about the song. So if you ever watch a lot of Space Engineers videos, you probably know what's his name? Gosh, Wasted Space. When he streams, he plays the song. Because this is where I heard this song at, and I had to find out where this song came from. So I went out and found it. So I like this song. So return. Current. Kerr health, right? Come on. There we go. Now we can go back to whatever script we were in before, which I don't seem to remember. There we are. And we could say .get max. Didn't I just name that max health? Yeah. So that's what this website is about. They're about people that stream either live or on YouTube. You pay them a fee, and you can use their music as long as you subscribe to them on as many YouTube videos as you want. So I signed up for like a year just to get a bunch of it all at once at a discounted rate for signing up for a year. And I've got the whole year. I can make any video I want with their music songs. So I have 5 hours of music from them that I've downloaded, and there's I don't know how much they have. They have a ton, right? But that's just what I wanted. Where is it at? If I go here, I can say
subscribe now.
I've got little sound clips that I can play from my Stream Deck that came from there.
Welcome. 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 Access granted.
So just different little fun things that I grabbed off their site too, because they have a ton of sound effects, like 1,000+ sound effects. Then I got some of us.
Here we go.
Just because I don't shower doesn't mean it's dirty.
That was Reaper from TS Crab.
Just because I don't shower doesn't mean it's dirty.
He said that by mistake on his stream. I'm like, I'm getting that and making that a soundboard clip. Oh. So why couldn't I get Mal in public? So, Andrew, how are you liking coding and streaming at the same time, and how your brain gets ripped in half, basically? Because you've got the logical part of your brain that's trying to think through how to code something, and then you've got this part of your brain that's like, I need to entertain these people. Not far from how you feel. Yeah, exactly. It's fun, though, for me. Like, I kind of like doing both, because I like coding a lot, but it gets boring and you're just in a vacuum and can't share it with somebody else, right? Yeah. Like that. That was a stupid mistake. I need to have that. Like, I get how that's supposed to work, but it makes me look like a retard when I write a simple statement wrong. For loop, right? I've done a million for loops in my life. I know how to do it, I promise. So why it's less than their max health. We're gonna do stuff. When I am home alone, that's when I'm at my peak performance. Yeah. No distractions from it, right? No little stream avatars running around at the bottom of the screen to trying to collect stars for either. So why we're less than the max health. So if his max health is, say, 4, no, if it's 6, oh crap, divided by 2. I like streaming and showing people my code, and it's end result, but yeah. So a lot of developers, when they do YouTube and things like that, they'll do dev diaries, I think it's called, dev blogs. I don't know. They'll like go for a week, code a bunch, and then show off what they did for the week. Dev blogs. There you go. Oh, I like doing it more interactive. So we got that, and while we're less than that, so we're gonna set the game object to active, which is a hearts game object. Set act. Oh gosh. Active. Dot. Why is there no? Right. True. So we're going to enable them. I'm trying to think through how am I going to disable them. Because his health's going to change throughout the course of the game, right? So his max health's going to change as he collects heart containers or whatever upgrades, and his current health is going to change all the time, right? He's going to get a heart from killing an enemy. He's going to give him health back. He's going to drink a health potion. He's going to take damage. It's going to be going up and down all the time. So that's a piece. But if it's more than our max health, we need to disable the game object altogether. But I don't want to do that every game loop. Let's cache what his health is. Just an integer. Int max health. Prior max health. I'm making hearts toggle visibility based on health. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. And in addition to that, I'm making it extra complex for myself because each heart is basically worth 2. Yes, like Minecraft. But in Minecraft, I think you keep a placeholder for the heart. In mine, you won't even have the placeholder if your max health is too low. So I actually need to make 3 icons for the hearts then. Like a completely empty heart, a full heart, and a like damaged heart. Yes. I do know what pseudocode is. So prior max health int current prior Kerr health. That's a crap name if I ever seen one. So in start, we're gonna grab his health equals health, player health dot max. Right, that way we get it cached. And his current health as well. Come on. Get current. It's public. Prior Kerr health. I think that was a capital C. It was. Okay, so if max health is different, then we need to do something. So if this does not equal this, then we need to go into a for loop basically that goes through all the hearts, not just those. So we say heart geos dot length. Okay, and if I is less than or equal to too many programming languages in my head. That's a different programming language. Not equals. Just less than player health dot get max health divided by 2, because this max health could be 20 even though we'll have 10 hearts on the screen. If it is less than that, then we're going to set it to true. Else, we'll set it to false because he shouldn't have that heart at all. It's not that he's taking damage, it's just that he should never have the heart at this point, right? So, false. And then we need another, basically one set of this entire piece of code, pretty much. But instead of taking the max health, we need the current health. Get current health. And then we're not going to set that, we're going to do the images. What was the name of the variable? Art images. Come on. That bracket. Dot sprite. Yep. And then we're going to set it to something. And the same down here. But we'll probably set it to null. So current health divided by 2. So if his health should be what you got? When your health changes, current health, or health, total hearts, current health is greater than I. I'll set after. Yeah, that's basically what I did, right? I just said less than instead of greater than. So if his health is less than, or if we're on the index of what's less than his max health. And of course the division for 2 because of the doubling of it that I'm making myself challenged with here. I know I need to do a modulus probably on this to get the remainder. If there's a remainder, then we give him a half heart, right? On the last heart. The very last heart, yeah, the very last heart. So that's how we'll handle that one. But these other ones, we should set it to a sprite. So we're going to need to reference to a bunch of sprites. And that's going to go in... I guess on the same script, we'll need some more variables to hold them, right? So we can set it. So we'll say sprite complete heart, full heart, sprite half heart. And then we'll need another one that's a empty heart. Okay, so we'll take Sprite full heart and set it here. Sprite empty heart goes there. And then we'll need it if so we're on that last little bit. If I equals player health dot get current. So we're on the last one. Divide by 2, I guess. Crap. I'm back. What a miss. I had a party to go to after a nap. Oh. Busy bee. I had to shovel snow today. Probably not the last time today. So I've added combat to the game where you can take health. Well, the NPCs have health. They attack you. You have health. You can die. You can attack the NPCs. They die. And right now I'm working on the display of the hearts that you have for your health. Snow tonight for me, I think. I'll be doing the shoveling when it happens. Right, that's why I shoveled when I did. Like, we had 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches at most, and I didn't want to shovel it when it's 6 inches of snow. That's just more than I want to shovel. So I figured I'd shovel now. I'll shovel later tonight, and then sometime tomorrow, because it's supposed to shovel or snow until like 7 a.m. or something tomorrow. It's not snowing hard though by any means, so. Dun dun dun. Oh, you got it! Nice! Nice! You are official. So this means we're on that last bit of health, right? No, because it's divided by 2. It's gonna throw it off. There you go. So what do you got them called as? Kappa, Bobble Thump, and Beloti. Beloti! My stomach be so beloti. Austria is currently being flooded with snow. Oh, dang. Roads are blocked. Remote villages being supplied by help. Whoa, dang. How much snow are you talking about? You talking meters of snow or something? It's not uncommon for Austria to get snow, right? Holy cow! That is a lot of snow. So for around here, like 6 inches is a decent amount of snow. 8 inches happens, but it's like a lot of snow. 10, maybe a foot. You know, it happens, but not 6 feet in a week. Dang. You're thinking Australia. Australia's in bed right now, probably. It's probably 4 in the morning. Well, it's probably 9 or 10 o'clock at night for you, bro. Yeah, different side of the world completely. Different, like northern, southern hemisphere even. So people like Pro are why saying you need to stream during the day and the weekends. 11 p.m. Okay. I knew most of Europe's like 5, but there are places that are further east that are even further off from me. So what's getting me tripped up, guys, is I'm saying less than divided by 2, which is going to screw with this whole thing. Or is it? Because... And I... modulus 2 equals 1. That should mean that it's an odd number, right? Bingo. Oh, you like to play as the geographically illiterate American, huh? You're carrying that torch for us all? Lines, what, 68? That must be an old compiler. Yeah, it was. So here, we can go down here. We can go to our PSDs. Oh, there it is. My glorious art. You like that below the stone? There's my damaged heart. There's my full heart. I don't have an empty heart yet. I guess that'll be it. Yeah, it looks good until it's in game. Empty. Like, it gets really, it's too small. It gets screwed up. Anti-aliasing kicks in really hard. One step at a time, though. I have a bad art folder set up and everything for it when the day comes when I change this. Where is my GUI script? I do not serialize those fields today. Boop. 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 No, Unity. So a full heart, a half heart, it just looks like a sick and diseased heart, and an empty heart. So let's go back to main scene, main menu. Hit start. There's all of our glorious hearts being displayed completely. Even though our health is not that high. Let's see if anything happens when this happens. Nope. Did I ever reset the check that says these are different? I did not. So that's going to be one part of it. So it's this one. Jumps down to here. And it's current health spelled out because I am not consistent. There we go. Does that compile okay? Does. And we're only setting them as active? No, we're setting them as inactive as well. Current health and our max health is set to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be less than the length of this. We need to divide by times 2. Divided by 2. Oh, this got more hard. Yeah. That's gonna mess with it. That's gonna mess with the entire thing. Do I need to divide that by 2 then? No. So it can go that high. I can go that high now. This very well might crash when I run this for Ray Index out of bounds if I didn't catch everything there. Too many hearts still. Do they go down when you hit me, sir? I dare thee. You're not going to be able to go to your thing because that door. Alright, there you go. They do not. All reference. Game object has been destroyed. Oh, because I got killed. Kinda died there. I need to like have a callback method on the health check script that says, hey, don't die, don't die, don't die. Jeez, dude. Get out of there, he's coming for you. Run for your life. Okay, line 85 is airing off for me. And it's saying, null reference. The only thing I would suggest with the hearts is trying to round them up a bit more on the left and right sides. Yeah, I know, they're awful. You know, you talking like here? Or do you mean like this line here? Because that's pretty... Yeah, those parts, okay. Yeah, this needs to be... This was me hand drawing it pixel by pixel and said, this isn't going to line up right. And then I went from here to here with Photoshop and the shift key just so it drew a line for me. That's why this doesn't seem to line up with this. This all is hand drawn, then this is Photoshop saying, this is what I think it should be for a straight line. I need to do more of a blur on it too, I think. That'll help. Not be such a hard edge. Yeah, super bad. Like, it goes 2 up, then 2 singles, then 2 up, then 2 singles, then 2 up, and 2 single. A single. It's just weird. Not how a person would do it, I don't think. Unless you want to get that sort of broken edge for purposes of... or something. Gotcha. So this was when we have a full heart, we're trying to do this. Right, was on the full heart? Yeah, full heart. It's saying it's null. Did I not set full heart? Full heart is set. Heart images. Air on, pause on air. Oh, it didn't tell me nothing. Let's do this instead. Stop. Debug.log I is set to I. I can see what it is before it airs off. Wink. And drop to the bottom. Oh, it's set to 0. Restart the game just in case that was from the recompile, 'cause sometimes that drops values and variables. I is set to 0. My health is 2, my current health. Still line 86, so my health is 2. 2 divided by 2 should be 0. But we're on I, which is 0. Oh, okay. No, not really. I just picked a wild 64 and then made it like 16 wide. Right. Layout is not appropriate yet. I'm trying to get it working first. So dividing by 2, 0 divided by 2, or 2, yeah, 0 divided by 2 is going to cause us this type of issue, right? Should still be 0 though. And it should be an object. Am I too sleepy? It's still 0. It doesn't matter if sprite is null already. We can set it, even if it was null. It's acting like this is not null. Debug.log this funky. Log. How about this? No, it's set to heart. You can see it there. This might be still null. If so, if that equals null, null debug.log I am null, dummy. I am null, okay. So hard images, where are you getting set at? One of the hard images doesn't have an image component on it? Image. They all do. What the heck was what? Which piece? There's so much delay. So I'm just caching the hard images, the images from the game object. So the game object is what I can set in the inspector, right? By just dragging in these game objects. I can't drag in the image on the game object. So I created an array that is my list of raw images, which are basically each individual heart's location, right? Each game object heart. And then this for loop is trying to go through and set each one of those as an image. The image component, right? Displays the spray for. And that's done in start. It's almost like that's not working at all, though. But I'm doing a length of the heart image is a game object, right? So the game object I'm setting, and that should be, I guess I should say 9 here, shouldn't I? No, 10. Yes. So I got both set to 10. They're set to 10 here. Saying less than the length times 2 there, but it was 0 was the index that I'm working with when it's giving me this null for hard images I divided by 2, which would still be 0, right? 0 divided by 2 is still 0, so the first index is null. Let's do this on startup. Debug .log if this equals null. Come on, you can do it. Put my code formatted nicely, please. Jeez. Index Andrew, he would like your attention. In case Andrew's not paying attention, he's code. The following I index was null. You said it's busy on Discord again, it says. Or he said. Oh. Paging Andrew. Let's just exit this. Come on. They're all null. What? Okay. Is it because I set it already here to a new? Like, that shouldn't impact it, right? It should still take what I set in the inspector. If that's it, I want to, like, just leave. Just end the stream immediately. Set there. No, it's still no. if equals null, because maybe it's null too. Chasing the wrong tree. For a heart, Joe, go. I mean, they're the same length arrays, so they shouldn't be null once I do all this. It's a serialized field. I want to use an array because I don't want to hardcode 10 different values, but it's driving me nuts right now. Following index was null. They're not, the game objects weren't null. Just the what? Okay. This was not null. This was after I do this call. Why aren't you getting the component then? So let's do this. Where's our player? Oh, he's dead. Wonderful. Run, little man. You're gonna die. That is that one, right? That one, that one. And they're all set. And they have image scripts. Is this called something else in code? It's not gonna let me do that, is it? Is it not an image? Is it a raw image? You look at that. I bet that was it the whole freaking time. And then I can't set the sprites. It's a texture instead. And then this is defined up here. We need to define these as textures. Shouldn't have to do anything different in the inspector. Hey, things aren't null anymore. Ow! You hit me. Get away from him. He's trying to murder your face. And the rest of you. Now I need to look at your abilities. Now that you're somewhat safe. Your current health is 4. Your hearts did not change. So let's start taking debug statements out that we no longer need, because they were set in there just for, well, debugging, right? Get components and children? That wasn't the issue. It was a raw image instead of an image. Was the type. Well, I couldn't. Yeah, I know, right? So the code did exactly what I told it to. Dang it. Just need to figure out why they're not turning off now. Or changing their values when he gets hit. Okay, no extra code, or no extra debug statements at least. Come hit me. Just once, though. Ow! You stopped me from moving, you idiot. I think you got me twice. Doesn't exist anymore, okay. It's easy to fix. Yes, I am criminal scum. So that's actually part of the storyline. Somehow you figured that out. So the premise is basically that there's a king in this land that has been being controlled by an evil being, like magical being, right? And he's forcing the king to make decrees and laws that are his will, the evil being's will, not the king's will, right? And extra details I'm not sure I want to share yet, and it's illegal to leave the town. Oh, it's kind of working. This might actually be working exactly. I need to get away from that guy before he decides to kill me. My current health is 5, so I got 1, 2, and that one looks to be different. Enhance, please. How do I get closer without... How do I pan my view? I want to look at the corner, please. It's different. It's a darker purple, or darker heart. So why isn't it getting set on the initial load then? So... Middle click pan. Oh, you serious? Thank you. Nope. That's just in the scene view, not the game view. It's like, I get what you're going for here. Trying all the different things here. Nope. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. On the game view, when it's running, you could pan the game view. Scene view, definitely. Agree with you 100%. Let's see, so. Oh, not in run mode. I guess normally panning it would move the camera. But even then, like, if I'm zoomed in, you don't want to move the camera. I'm just scaling the whole game view. I think I need to, at the top of this, instead of setting... Not this one. We want our script here. When we set this, we'll just set it to -1. So it goes through that code initially right away. The code to set the hearts. The max heart piece, though, is not working. Because it should only show 6 or 3 hearts on the screen. Did I set those sprites in runtime? I think I must have done it in edit mode. Oh, hey, I got 3 hearts. That's what we want. Oh god, he's killing me. It works. Yes. Only took me 2 hours and 20 minutes to add health to both of these guys and get a display that looks like poo, but it works. Like, it feels like a game. He will kick my ass, though. Once he latches on to where I'm at, I will not kill him quick enough. He's just wailing on me before I can get a hit in. So he needs to be like have a cooldown between his swings. He's just like boss mode. Ah! There's no killing him. Okay, let's try this. This is something that we'll need another method or whatever to add the max health. That's something we can do later. But if we go onto our player and just use the inspector and change our max health up, what happens? We just add more hearts. Up to 10 of them, right? That's what we said was the max for now. If I give myself health, yeah. It just works. Is it a fair fight now? Oh my god, I don't think it is. No! He does. So he's got an AI that's set to wander around. So he's got a distance that he's checking for the player. If you're outside that distance, he's not going to follow after you, right? But once he picks up that you're there, he's in follow the player mode, and you have to get further away before he stops chasing you, kind of thing. All right? Yeah. Like he will constantly update where he's going based on where you are until you're outside of his follow range, basically. So I'm inside his follow range. He's going to keep following me as long as I keep doing this kind of deal, right? Where I just kind of slowly move away. But if I quickly move away, like this, he should not follow me. He's going to go to where I last was. And he's going to see me again because I'm not moving far enough away. Let's do it this way. So I split mode this earlier today. Let's get out of his range before he kills me. Let's grab this guy here. Do a shift F on him. Now we're following him over here on the right. We're following what he does. And he is in a dead zone right now because of that rock. Yeah, we gotta push him out. Wow. Really? You're not gonna try and chase me down? Let's start this over. That's the first I've had him get stuck since I did this. So you can see that, and there is a way on his AI path script. There, now his pathfinding stuff's gonna kick in. Why can't we see it though? Always draw gizmo. There we go. So there's his path he's trying to get to right now. Oh, that's gonna screw with him. He can't get to it. Those colliders didn't show up as part of the... Okay, that's another thing I gotta fix. Jeez. Well, let's try killing him here. Okay, he died. Okay. Shift F. So the green line's where he's trying to get to. So he's gonna wait there, he's gonna chill, he's gonna find another one. Another one and chill. He literally has a chill timer, which is set to 0 right now. What are you trying to do? Now he's going for me. He's getting stuck a lot in this scene. Those colliders are not set up right. Come on, little man, don't go over there. So once he follows me... So now that green line's going to constantly trip after me. He's going to keep trying to go towards me, and then once I get out of range, it's not going towards me again, and then he picked me up again because he came back into range. But as long as I get out of here, he's going to go back into just wander mode, basically. And the code to do that was pretty straightforward with using this A-star navigation package. So for this type of game, I think it's a good type of AI to use where I lost control. He's gonna like, we put him in a certain area, and he's every time you play the game, he's gonna be randomly pick a different spot where he's gonna go to first, and second, and third, and fourth. Then once you're in range, he's gonna go after you. I think I'm probably gonna also have 2 different movement speeds that I'll use. Right now he's only got 1, but like a wandering AI movement speed where he just slowly walks around to where he wants to wander to, and then once he finds you, it's like maybe 30% faster or something like that. Where when he goes after the player, it's got a little bit of pep to a step. Because if you had a guard in an area, he's not gonna run after every single spot that he's going towards, right? But if he sees somebody that's not supposed to be there that he needs to capture, he's gonna run after them. So that's kind of the thought behind it. Gosh, what next do we do, guys? I mean, I could do that little piece I was talking about, but I'm not concerned with it yet. I think I might need to take some time and sit down and think through how I'm gonna delay his attacks so he's not spammy McSpam face with his sword swings. And I could just set a cooldown timer, and then we decrement from it once he does a swing. It sets the cooldown timer to a reset amount or something silly like that. That's one way. But that means he'll keep chasing after the player when his cooldowns, unless his cooldown's really small. Let's go to the overworld scene so we can look at him. Oh yeah, got my scenes over here. So this is how he's doing the attack. So I'm doing a box ray cast. I could not do the box ray cast for so long after doing it and hitting a player. What's my frame rate look like with him constantly doing those? Like physics going nuts. Still get 600 to 500 frames a second. Profiler, please. What is that big green part? Process commands? Camera render? Oh, it took a whole 2 milliseconds. Seems like it's a lot, but it's not. Like, this is so fast, like, it's hard to even see anything in there. Begin GUI. How do I select? Okay, physics is nothing, so that's probably where the raycast would be. Animations, a little bit. Garbage collector's nothing. VSync is disabled, so it's nothing. Global eliminations is not turned on. UI is a little bit. Then there's others. So what's this dark green stuff? Scripts. Makes sense. That's my scripts. Render thread, main thread. Other threads, basically nothing. I literally don't have enough here to even try and do anything. Oh, the Cinemachine brain takes up 0.05 milliseconds. I don't have to worry about anything. The physical rendering is the majority of the time, and it's acceptable. Cool. Yeah, I think, guys, I might take a break and get some dinner and see what's going on upstairs and stuff, and then stream again later tonight. Let's see who else we can go raid. Let's see, ML development is streaming. He is streaming Python. Not really game development, so it's not related. Anybody streaming Unity stuff? Let's see. Making poopy birds. Ooh, okay. VR. Stream overlay. Development. Now, we did a stream overlay development raid earlier today, but it was a different guy. Yeah. So, thank you for everybody who's followed. I don't think anybody followed on this stream, but on last stream we did. So those are some new people down there. Hello. If you're back. Let's try that last one I seen where he's making an overlay again. With Node.js. Unity Node.js. Yeah, I don't think he's using Unity. Like as in Unity game dev. Who else we got? The VR guy? Or girl, maybe. Who's looking at a YouTube video right now? And has no. Oh.
What you talking about?
Okay, let's go back. Or he plays a sketchy video of the day. There you go. Poopy birds? Where's the other one? Where's the very first one on the page? Come on, Chrome. Oh, it's poopy birds. Yay. Yeah, I'm excited. It's starting to be more of a game, right? Before it was tech likes to make pretty pictures with someone else's art in a world design. Are you still gonna be online on Discord? So I have Discord on my phone. If you need to message me, just message me. I will always get the message. It's just if I'm asleep or not, I won't hear the alert. Oh, let's go, Poopy Birds. We'll raid this guy. So let's see, what's his name? And I will catch you guys later today. Not sure what time yet. Later today, though. That's the idea. Bye. And Daniel, because maybe 50 sims. I see. Okay, here it goes. Let's code up and was gonna put it on GitHub. Okay. Later.